All right, so I just got home, and the time is 10:38 p.m. I literally got home. It's not been up to 20 minutes. Here's the kicker. I left from work at past 6 p.m. I had a whole plan of actions, go live, and this is pretty much how my days go, right? I had to go live with cooking. Anyway, mostly I cook. Okay. I was just trying to find a good angle. Now, so here's the thing, right? I left at 6 p.m. from where I live to where to home. It should be a 45 minutes drive if the roads were good and no traffic. But I ended up doing it in over 4 hours today. Why? Normally the roads are really good, so it ends up being about a 2 hours drive, more than an hour to 2 hours drive with some traffic. But now today there is traffic, and we have no reason why this traffic is just the culture, the driving culture. Then you have like the terrible roads. We went into a pothole. We had a breakdown because of that. We spent close to an hour there. Then we moved and we made traffic. And you cannot tell when you meet this traffic. It's also crazy, like, and it happens so frequent, and it just exemplifies how poverty is a trap. Because of this you cannot do this now, because I've wasted 4 hours on the road, right? I cannot do my study work effectively for the night. This is already 10 p.m. I need to be up early tomorrow to get my pastries done, and my study work for today I didn't do it because during the day I had to CS since yesterday. Again, we came in late, similar reasons, breakdown, pothole. So the life, it's just like this wicked. Like, you hear people out, they always speak about the rat race. They always speak about the rat race, and I'm like, okay, I don't really think we have a rat race here in Cameroon, but it's a most vicious hamster-like cycle. Anyway, that's not what we're going to be doing today. Today, we're not going to be grumbling about economics and how traffic's wasting my time. Today, I want to make stir-fried spaghetti because it's 10:38 p.m. and that's the only thing I can make this late. So, let's do that. I just came back home. I was supposed to do this by 8 latest, but here we are. Politicians, eh? Politics. You make me in my kitchen. So I'm going to change into my apron. What time is it and what are you doing? Hello. Salut. Hello. Salut Elias. Salut Frédéric. Salut Jean-Pierre. I'm doing good. How are you? What are you guys doing right now? Obviously, I'm about to make some stir-fried spaghetti. That's what I want to do. I think I'll actually do the dishes before I get that done. Ça va. So basically, I like to cook, and I think we all live in hectic times, right? And it's always such a challenge. But it's one of like my favorite escapes, cooking. So I like to try dishes from different cuisines and just expand my repertoire of things that I know how to do. So cette nuit, j'ai fait le spaghetti sauté parce que j'ai rentré trop tard. There was a lot of traffic. Et c'est quelque chose très vite que je peux faire. So basically, I'm saying I'm going to make stir-fried spaghetti because it's something really quick that I can do with the situation right now. So I have a ton of tomatoes that I got. I went to another town where they're cheaper than where I normally am. So I got a ton of tomatoes, and I'm going to use a lot of that for the stir-fried spaghetti. I like vegetables. I like lots and lots and lots of vegetables. So I'm glad about that. I can use as many as I like. I'm going to chop it in a food processor because we're trying to save on time here. What's your favorite go-to meal after a very busy day at work? I think I fall back to noodly type of things, noodles, spaghetti, things that boil really quick. I find even rice takes more time than I would like. So not really rice, more like spaghetti. Yeah, spaghetti. Spaghetti is a favorite of mine. Okay, I'm selecting the tomatoes that are a bit soft because those have a higher chance of getting bad. So yeah, and we will chop it off. Listen, with everything that happened today, I was like, I don't think I don't think I'm still going to cook. But we have to keep going, man. The world has to keep spinning. Likely tomorrow there's going to be another incident. And if we focus on reasons why we shouldn't do what we want to do, it's always going to be a reason. That's what I find. And for me tonight, there will be no principality against this spaghetti that I want to make. Let me know where you're watching from and what your favorite dish is. Hello Ines Jabo. Salut. Know what's like you guys' favorite go-to dish on nights you come back late or you're tired, or do you order takeout? I wish I could order takeout right now to solve some of my problems, but then takeout is a treat for a reason. I cannot do that every day. Now I'm just cleaning my tomatoes again. I clean them in the morning, but before I use it's always really quick. No, it's not harming cleaning several times. We are making stir-fried spaghetti. So right now I'm washing my tomatoes. I have a method. My preferred method with making fried vegetables, like things like fried onions, tomatoes. I like to actually allow the vegetables to simmer, then I add in the oil later on. That's what my grandparents do. And I think we all have a bias. People really old. You know, watch all these YouTube videos, advice from a 200-year-old person. Yeah. So they did that, and for that reason, I like that method. So right now, the tomatoes, I'm sliding them into the food processor because I want it chopped, not blended. So I'm going to use a food processor. I think stir-fried spaghetti is one of those like very common street foods in. Interestingly, I think it's French countries, right? Because even like former French colonies, that is in Africa, but other places that were French colonies, they also have very similar street food. For example, right, banh mi from Vietnam. Bread and anything is just really also popular street food in these areas. Bread and beans, bread and spaghetti. I kid you not, bread and spaghetti. It's like flour and flour, but yeah, it's quite popular. I think it's oh, okay, it doesn't have a song, but a close neighbor of it has a song. There's spaghetti. That's a song by Kosi. I say a close neighbor because a lot of people have spaghetti with eggs. It was actually also one of the really popular street foods we had when I was a teenager in secondary school. People would sneak out of school to go and buy fried eggs with spaghetti mixed in. chopping in my tomatoes. I would really like to know what quick dishes you guys make after a really long day at work. It would be helpful because when I came, I had to stretch my legs for a bit. I'd been in traffic for so long and I was in a bit of a slow mood. So I just kept thinking of something really quick and I couldn't make noodles, you see, because noodles, it's not really. Let's see. Okay. I'm looking for the Q&A so you guys can let me know. Let me know what quick dishes you make after a long day at work. Let me know where you're watching from. What time is it where you what meals do you make actually when you're tired? Maybe also if you're not in the mood, what's like your go-to dish? Or is it no dish? Enjoy cooking. It's a good distraction with the thinking process of it. Bonsoir. Good evening. Let me know where you're watching from and what your go-to dish is when you're tired. I'm preparing one of my go-to dishes, stir-fried spaghetti. So first off, I'm going to chop the tomatoes in a food processor, not blend it, because I want a bit of bite to it. Bébé, t'es maman, bébé, danse avec moi. Macamo, 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 macamo. Que le Seigneur me grâce, l'amour est là, on n'est pas peur. Bonsoir, good evening. Je suis en train de préparer spaghetti sauté. Et maintenant, je coupe mes tomates. I'm about to make stir-fried spaghetti. So I'm just prepping my tomatoes to be chopped in the food processor. Then I'll allow it to steam in its own juices for a bit before I go into fry. So I'm going to start with that because I'll be allowing it to simmer in its own juices on low heat. So I'll put that on fire before I go in with before I even put the spaghetti to boil. Spaghetti takes about 8-9 minutes, right, to cook. Let me know where you're watching in. What's your go-to dish when you want something really quick? Or are you like a sandwich person? Or are you like a real food person that no matter how tired you are, fire has to touch your pot? Salut. Hello. Tu m'as bébé. Bébé, danse avec moi. Okay. I feel this food processor so much. I hope it's going to have no issues with chopping it up. Anyways, you'll never know if you don't try. Like my love, don't be afraid. I love that song. It's a song by Bernice. It's a Cameroonian musician. She's saying that God should bless you. She's saying it to her lover, baby. So you can say it to any loved one you have. Like I always say, for me, cooking is one of like the best ways I can express some kind of care for anyone. And today we're making stir-fried spaghetti. After a long after a long day in traffic, I want something quick and just very nice to eat. So I'm starting off by chopping my tomatoes in the food processor. Then I will allow it to simmer in its own dishes, and in that meantime we could chat for a bit while I do the dishes. Salut et comment on appelle ça? How do we pronounce your name? Bed or bed call. Appelle is call. Trying me. Oh yes, actually trying me. Oh yes, actually been trying me for the past days. The whole life this morning, it just kept messing up with me. But yeah, we keep moving. I think I just keep saying we keep moving a lot, but that's the only option we have. So I think we need to stop and stay. And everything that is not going how we would like, nothing is going to get done. Uh-oh. See? Like I said, it hasn't chopped properly because I packed it too tight. So I'll need to blist it again. Now it's going to look blended. I think the consistency will not be, will not be as watery. Yeah, I still want some bite to it, so this is what I'm going for. So just allow that to simmer in its own juices. This is just an empty pot. I'm going to pour it into an empty pot, right? Then put it on low heat and allow it to simmer in its own juices. While that is happening, we'll chat for a bit. Then I'm going to put the spaghetti to boil. Hello, bonsoir. Let me know where you're watching from, what your favorite meal is to cook when you've had a long day and you really don't have a lot of energy to spend in the kitchen. I would like to know, because I've had one of those type of days. I want to really, if you can uplift my mood, it will be good. And personally for me, I think my parents will won the lottery because I actually enjoy vegetables. I enjoy cooked vegetables. Like those, I'll eat any type of vegetable so long as it's cooked. But a couple of years back, I started liking salad, like plain salad. If there's not too much gra in it, I'm good. So of course, Cameroonian vegetable salad is my favorite. Cameroonian vegetable salad, you have to support your own. Are you more of like a vegetable meat person? Like, what's your favorite food? What dishes do you go for after a long day? Let me know. So now I want to do the dishes, okay? Alright. Because we left without, we came back and made them. So we got to have them done while we cook. Started off with the cooking. Normally I would want to do it before I start off cooking. But since simmering the tomatoes is going to take some time, I'll start off with that. spaghetti should just take us like 8 minutes. So that's not an issue. Lasagna, one of them breakfast. It's really good to have a system to do things, you know. Like with washing plates, the system that I learned is start off washing the less greasy things first. Okay, so we want to start off like with the cups, right? In the case where you don't have cups, you want to start with things. So basically, you start with the less the dirty things first. And I'm speaking from a place where if you have limited resources in terms of like water to clean your dishes with, then you want to do that. You want to start with the less, and it's the same logic. It's so interesting, like principles. Yeah, it's the same logic. For example, in the lab, you would want to clean from the less infectious area to the more infectious area. It's just like that. So it's very interesting to me how these kind of things apply as different areas in life. Which brings me back to my question: what is your go-to meal after a really busy day? I'm open to doing things involving vegetables because, like I said, I love vegetables. I just really enjoy the color, the taste. And the network is really the network is not great. You will have to forgive me. It's not really my fault also. We're in a bit of a tricky situation politically where I am. And I don't know if that's a reason why, but the last it tends to coincide. And networks may not tend to coincide with very things. So I think there's a relation. May the good Lord bless you, my love. Do not be afraid. That's basically what that song says. And I'm translating it using a lot of creative freedom. What do you like to do when you do whatever? I like singing and thinking through what I'm making. So our tomatoes are on fire, low heat. Tomatoes that have been used in our food processor. Right into the dishes. Oh my god, I can't wait for this spaghetti. I'll probably just make a pack of it there, drenched in vegetables. Of vegetables. That's my vibe. What should we do? We have to do carrots. Yeah, we definitely have to do carrots. Cut it into strips. It's orange. Yeah, we have to do carrots. I have the tomatoes simmering on fire on low heat while I clean my kitchen. I had some dishes to clean up, which I'm doing right now. So I have a good space to work with. How was your day or morning, wherever you are? Hello, Amelo de. Salut. Hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Oh, thank you, Amelie. But do you know what will be prettier? This dish I'm about to make. I really want it to be pretty and full of color. I am preparing stir-fried spaghetti. Do you know stir-fried spaghetti? I mean, who doesn't know spaghetti? How do you guys like your spaghetti? Oui, je parle un peu de français. Un peu de français. Emphasis on the un peu. Et vous, est-ce que vous êtes française? Ou vous parlez français? Et vous êtes d'une autre nationalité? C'est très bien déjà où je suis français. Oh, d'accord, vous êtes français. De quelle région? Est-ce que vous aimez cuisiner? Parce que moi j'aime cuisiner et c'est ce que je parle dans mon chien ici. Strasbourg. Ou Paris. Paris, oui, je suis. That was so sweet. From Paris, the alleged city of love and hustle. Strasbourg. That sounds like Strasbourg. Ça sonne comme si c'est de allemand. It sounds like a German name, Strasbourg. You know, I always wonder how it feels like living in the cities that are very popular with tourists. It's Paris, London. But it's not Algeria, no. Bamako is not Algeria. I don't think. Is it? Bamako, est-ce que c'est dans Algérie? And also with everything happening, I've been following a bit of the news and hearing quite a bit. They said it's in France. Oh, je sais que how is it like staying in such a city that is such heavily visited by tourists and with everything going on? It's quite interesting because like the pulse of urban centers are usually quite different from rural areas. Juste parce qu'il y a des différents types de métiers qui font des... Alors les choses qui affectent les... How do they say farmers? Fermiers. Things that affect farmers might not really hit, will not actually hit most urban areas hard. But then a lot of the rural areas will be affected. So I'm curious about Paris. Amelo, dis-moi un peu plus comment c'est de vivre à Paris. Et Ilias, Bamako, c'est quel pays? C'est dans quel pays, s'il vous plaît? I can Google, but my hands are wet, so just let me know. Mon réseau, ça dérange un peu. On a toujours des problèmes avec les connexions ici. Hein? Juste un peu. Maintenant, je nettoie. I'm just cleaning up what I used. Bamako, hello. If you're joining, please let me know where you're coming in from. I am currently prepping to make stir-fried spaghetti because I've had a really long day, a busy but unproductive day. I was stuck in city traffic. Whose cause I do not even know. Just, I don't know, for driving, for planning, you know, the usual stupid stuff due to grade from some place. But that doesn't matter because I'm about to make a story I'm absolutely going to enjoy. This is the food processor I use. So we're going to clean this because we're thinking of tomorrow. Unlike the fancy something, but that doesn't matter. I don't think about it. I like to know, how do you do with a really not so great day? Like, what do you make? May the good Lord hello. I am cleaning up my dishes while I have chopped tomatoes simmering away in a pot of stir-fried spaghetti. That's what we're making tonight. Stir-fried spaghetti. I'm going to prep my vegetables. Right. Then midway through prepping the vegetables I'm going to use in making the spaghetti, I am going to put the spaghetti to cook. When I envisage it's going to take me just about 8 minutes to be done. Oh, that reminds me. I started boiling off some meat. So I need to continue with that. Because I will also be using the meat in the pressure cooker. So okay, so these are the meats. It doesn't look great, eh? But it tastes good, that's what matters. So in here we have some beef and cow skin. I mean, all of it is beef, right? Meat from a cow. But we have the meaty part with bones, which has all that good flavor. Yeah. So this part, this meat with bones. I don't ask me which part, I cannot tell. The part that the butcher did. Then some cow skin. So we're going to add that into our spaghetti. So I'm going to also cook this. I started cooking it off in the morning, then I kept it away when I left for work. It wasn't tender yet, so I just kept it to continue the process. When I'm back, and I'm back, it's fine. Our meats are tough meats. Okay. Now we continue doing our dishes. Let me know what's like your go-to dish after a long day at work. What do you take to distress? Me, food. And I've had a couple of those long days. And yesterday I just did like a salad. And mostly like the pastries I make. But I was like, it's been a while I've actually had like proper food because of the so, and I need to take care of the body. If not, I'm just going to enter into the cycle of not eating great. So there's always a good reason to just rest it. Bonsoir. Hello. God bless you. My love, I am here. I will not be afraid. That's what the song I'm singing to means to me. The song by Rings. When I'm cooking really good, yeah, that doesn't taste it. Anything I'm cooking really good. It's delicious Korean chicken. Okay, let me show you what I mean by the tomatoes just cooking in their own juices. Like I chopped it within a food processor, and I did not add anything inside the pot. So this is it. That all that water is just from the tomatoes itself. So I'm just allowing it to simmer on a low heat. Okay. After that, I'll go in with my other vegetables and oil. I'll also put some meat to the cooking. Spaghetti sauté. Okay. I've reduced these dishes. Clean. Okay, so now I put like really huge pots on the burner. I'll need space. I'll need to shift one of my pots so I have space. That's what I'll need to put another pot because I want to put a pot of water for the spaghetti. Tu mérites mon amour est plus fini. Quand je t'aimerai, tu me soignes, bébé. Bébé, t'aimes, bébé, danse avec moi. So this is a pressure cooker with my meats, and I'm going to shift this pot here. Okay, so I can use the back to put my water. To boil my spaghetti in. That's the action plan. Come cook with me, my dear friends. Let's cook, let's cook, let's cook. It reminds me of that thing. Watch me cook. Now watch me, now watch me wake up. Now watch me, now watch me wake up. Okay. So we're done. And next, we're going to move on with prepping our vegetables. I like to think I'm a simple girl. You give me vegetables, I'm happy. So like I promised you, it's going to be a ton of vegetables in this. A lot of it. Okay. I got this for a still. We always need to be grateful about what is going your way. Like I was complaining earlier about the bad rules and poor planning, which led 45 minutes drive turning into a 4-hour trip for me and upsetting all my plans for the evening, right? But this food, the amount of money that I got this like fresh healthy vegetables for, I'm grateful for it now. Because food is such a necessary thing that not everyone has access to. And we should all work towards that not being the case. So I'm grateful for the blessing of good food that doesn't cost an arm and a leg, healthy food, and for the ability to use it. I'm grateful for that. Now wash me next. Now wash me like that. Carrots remind me of one of my favorite cartoons. Quite not the quack. I think one of the things I learned, which I like to do now, is I like when I'm cooking a meal, right, the vegetables to be similar to like the main thing in the dish. For example, with this spaghetti, I will cut them into strips because the spaghetti look like strips. Now, if it was a different shape of spaghetti, for example, the ones that look like elbow spaghetti, or the ones that look like baby buns, then I'll probably cut it into strips, not strips. I just like looking at it that way better. And it's something I also learned from a can. Check both your whiskey. I really hope I'm not butchering your name because I've put it in my head several times not to butcher it. But here we are. We've come so far to give up who we are. Hello. So far to my home. I'm just using a vegetable slicer, yeah, to clean my carrots, vegetable peeler, sorry, to clean my carrots pre. Like I said, this is from the farm. Then the business people bought it, and it's been with me for about 3 days and it hasn't gotten bad, so that's a good sign. Usually when I get these things, I need to prep them really quick and put in the freezer so they get back really quickly. Okay. She's up all night to the sun, we're up all night for good fun. She's up all night to the sun, we're up all night to get lucky. Making stir-fried spaghetti. Mexico breaks internet. So I also want some. What do I want? What should we use? Let's use onions, right? Yeah, and bell peppers. Let's do that. Okay. I'm just going to use a bit of the bell pepper because personally I'm not a huge fan. Then basil. Yeah, basil is about to give up on me. Celery and leeks. Yeah. So I have my basil and celery. Okay, my green bell peppers, and then onions. Of course, we have to have my babies. Let's use 3 onions. Sumi. Actually, you should sue me because this stuff is not expensive in the market. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, what we eat. Usually, when I make like a lot of vegetables, I want to use everything like fresh vegetables. So usually, I would like use fresh ginger and garlic bread. I want to save on time, so I'm not going to go all the way. Okay. So what that means is, okay, let's just on the cooking shoulder, we should slice the top, remove the inside, then yeah, slice it like this. So I never method by this guy. He removed this. Oh, he also took off the bottom. Let's do that. Please use a cutting board. My knife is not sharp. It's not sharp. That's why I'm doing this. And like all the cooking shows say, you should use a sharp knife and a cutting board, which you should. It makes the process much faster. But yeah, we're creatures of habit, and this is how I learned using it. So I always fall back to this habit, right, of just doing it this way, which is not the best way, but you have it. I'm removing everything. I'm not wasting any of these vegetables. Yes. All these good vitamins have come to use. So I don't struggle and cut myself. We are prepping the vegetables we're going to use in making steak fried spaghetti sauté. Okay. So like I said, we have some celery. We're going to use some celery. I'll put this in a different plate because I'll use it for garnishing. Okay. 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 We are making spaghetti sauté. Let me just cut this so I can put the bowl. Do you hear whistling sound? That's my meat going oil. Boiling away. So this is my parsley leaves. I'm just putting it between. Yeah. With some basil, right? I'll just soak this with like bicarbonate. Actually, I'm really running low on bicarbonate, guys. When I went to the shop, that shop did not have it, and I didn't have the chance to go to another that was likely to have it. So I couldn't top it. But it's okay. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll just use what I have. Left, which has been plenty. This helps, like bicarbonate, right? It helps take out fertilizers on your vegetables. And I learned this on YouTube University. So you want to soak like the vegetables in water mixed with it about 15 minutes. Good evening. Let me know where you're watching in from. It's evening my time and I'm making a quick dinner because I was stuck in traffic. See, I'm just saying this thing as an anthem because that traffic confused the hell out of me. Like, why am I spending 4 hours on the road when I'm not having to go change my destiny? Normal day. Can you imagine? So let's say, okay, I didn't spend 4 hours to go, but I spent about 2 hours, right, to go. Then coming back 4 hours. Just imagine that 6 hours on the road. You can't do anything productive, because the connections are bad on the road, right? And that's presuming that if you want to do something productive, presuming you have your private means of transportation, because it's not secure to be in public transport with like your electronics, right? It's tight, first of all, so you cannot even really do anything. So if you have a private, which really makes you feel it, and you have your laptop and you want to get some work done, internet connection is so terrible, you still won't be able to. So I just finished it from every front, basically. Okay. Now I want to use some of these leeks. These leeks have been begging to be used. How have they been begging? They have been wilting so badly. Let me take the ones that the wilt is like begging. Okay, this one. This tip of putting this stuff in water, people should allow. It's still YouTube University. That's okay. So grateful for the internet, you guys. I'm so grateful for it. You know how many things I've learned. Then I'm going to take off this wilting ends as well. I want the green ones. That's what I want. Then I'll slice this in half because sometimes I don't think they will be better safe than sorry, right? Sometimes they stand in between them. They said all these things are from the farm. So see the one I'm talking about. So I want to clean this out. Daniel, okay. Daniel pepper. Oh my god, yes, this is what I wanted. A ton of vegetables. And that's what I'm going to get because I'm the one making it. I'm sorry. You also want. Okay. So now we move to this. I'm going to bring my water to a boil. The water in which I'm going to prep my spaghetti. Put this spaghetti. I'm going to bring it to a boil. Where I allow this one to sit. Oh, so I need to change the water. Yeah, I need to also add this one because it doesn't have wings. So you just need to get fast. That's really good. Yeah, I'm just checking for anyone else that do not have much or don't look too good. Like, like we might not survive much longer. I just put that off now. I'd rather have a lot of it in my meals than have it real and die. At least it can settle a purpose in the stomach. It's going to be of some use in our stomach. So this is the hack I learned to keep your green onions fresh for longer. Yeah, you put it in water, but you want the roots to still be on it. So you want to buy those that still have the roots on for this method. That's why I want to cook those that do not have the roots. Soaking it in the water that has bicarbonate. That means it's going to be okay. Stop somewhere to be done. Stop somewhere to be done. Stop somewhere to be done. Stop somewhere to get lucky. I am making spaghetti sauté. Quick dish. Get lucky. I'll be boiling. You see the color of my pots? Long life. Someone who doesn't like to stress that. I'm talking too much, but about it. This is a spaghetti boiling. I'll make 2 packets of it because when So right now I'm going to salt. Well, it's set up to chop out. Let me just have my chopping here. Right, and insert it here. So I put it back. You still want to chop me, right? Okay. Just up on it. So I'm just going to put the salted water on fire while we chop our vegetables. Okay, I'll take off my meat. That have boiled for a bit. The pot was screaming. Okay. So now comes the fun part. Chop our veggies. So I gave them the first rinse. I'm just going to give them the second rinse. So this is the second rinse. So make sure that I get all the sun out. No one wants to eat brown and stir-fried spaghetti, but everyone wants fresh ingredients. So we need to wash it properly. Let's start off with the carrots. So I'm going to put the carrots, the third rinse. Let's start off with it. Okay. Let's go. When I'm creating vegetables, there's this rhyme I like to say to myself. I learned it from, again, YouTube, a chef on YouTube. She says, a tie becomes a dye. So basically, if I want dyes, I first of all cut it into long strips. Then I cut thinner strips. So this time around, by using a cutting board and my bluntest knife, but we'll get there. You guys, you know what? I sharpened this knife. I sharpened this knife. But after like 1 month, we'll go back to this state and stay there. So I just think I buy great quality. No, I think I know. But yeah, it is what it is. This one is much better, but I would rather not use it when I'm cutting vertically. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to do a towel. So I want strips like this. So it's similar to the shape of the spaghetti itself. Actually, you're more interested in the food than me, right? I know you are. So let me turn it around so we can see what I'm doing. Now the only issue is the surface is not as elevated as it could be, but it's much better, isn't it? Yeah, that's much better, right? It is. So we'll do it this way. Nobody should report me to a chef. I just want to get the job done. So I know the thickness. I want all to be of similar thickness. This one came out too thick, so I'm just going to go in with this knife and reduce it. Right. So they're all pretty similar. We can see. And we continue. It's probably the issue now would be the thickness of even this towel. The first one I cut it into the towel. Yeah, I think it was too thick. Voila. It's much better. It's much better. Let's see how our tomatoes are doing right. Let's see how it's doing. Let's see how it's looking now. Okay? Yeah. So this is it. Voila. See? The water has cooked down. Okay. Okay. I actually need to speed up a little bit because it's dried down pretty. If not, I'll end up just adding water to it so it doesn't burn. Because the vegetables will not be ready, might not be ready when it's time. I want to cut this one. I want the towels to be thinner, right? So, like this. This is pretty too. If I cut it into strips. Oh, look at that. Oh, it went faster. Yeah, good. Those towels were thinner. I need to have it because this carrot was pretty long. And I really like vegetables, but most of the people who be eating this food don't share my passion and love for these veggies, so they'll prefer shorter strips. I don't mind if it's long. Up all night to good fun. Was up all night to the sun. We're up all night to good fun. She's up all night to get lucky. Okay. Oh, okay. This one is like, no. Use your blunt knife on them. If not, you might injure yourself. Okay. Half this. Here we go. The thing about also using a lot of vegetables is if you stay in an area that is hot, you need to put it in the fridge. If not, the more vegetables I find that I use in food, the higher the chances of it getting bad, right? So if I make spaghetti, it doesn't have a ton of vegetables, it could slip out if it has just like dry spices and tomato paste, that dry version. If it's made just like that, it could slip out. But this one, I'm not taking the risk. The dry season is still starting, but yeah, temperatures are changing. Even the mosquitoes are coming out with the warmer temperature. After this, I'm going to do the onions and the green onions because that's what we're going first. I started with the carrots because that's it has the highest quantity, so I wanted to get that out of the way. Then Okay. Like I said, most of a lot of carrots aren't really vegetable. So I have content with the work that the vegetable brings. I'm going to discard this bit, so let me add a Q&A. Okay. I'm laughing at my knife skills. This knife also needs sharpening. But you know, I should not be stressing this much. No. Ooh. I lost 3 carrots. I did say I had a lot of carrots were going into this meal, right? So let's not be said I lied to you, because I don't lie to you. Okay. This is still too thick, so I'm going to cut it again. This photo. Let me rinse it off. My surface is clean, but still. Oh, yeah. This is even cow too high. I know. So keep falling over. Let me reduce this into this. Yeah. And rinse off this one is not fully. This is thick, man. We should call this in carrot spaghetti. Plenty of carrots are being used. one is long, so I'm going to carve it. This one's long. Can you imagine? We're getting bigger, bigger. We're getting stronger, higher. I don't know. But we're done with the carrots. So we're going to move on to the green peppers. Right. Let's chop our green peppers. Onions. Right. Actually, onions make the I want to shift this. I'm just doing like a food rinse behind the scenes because, like I said, it came in from the farm, so they have a lot of sun in them. They have, our water is even starting to start boiling shortly. Okay, let me show you what these tomatoes look like. They have cooked their juice down. See, no water left. Right, this is what I was trying to hurry up against, and I didn't succeed. So what I am going to do now, right, is to add in some oil and allow that to simmer so it doesn't burn. See, this oil is looking much, but a lot of vegetables will enter into this thing, so it's fine. So if you're part of the oil police, relax yourself. There's a lot of vegetables going into this food, so it evens out. Voila. So I'm just going to allow this to cook. Yes, I know it's a lot of oil. Relax, trust the process. Okay. So now to chop the other veggies of interest to this meal. My onions and green peppers. Okay, what should I start with? Let's start with the green peppers. Let's postpone for a short while the pain these onions are going to cause us. Because one thing about onions, you will cry. We're getting higher every day. Green onions. Oh, sorry, these are not green onions, green bell peppers. But we have some green onions we're going to add in. These ones are the green bell peppers. A different dish to put my onions in, since I'm going to pour that out shortly. Now, to to be very, very sincere. I'm short on time. So I'm going to do the onion method I grew up with. And I'm first started. But don't do this at home. We are not used to. My knife is blunt, I beg. Don't do this and hurt yourself and call my name. Because I'm just a curious cook who wants to try different cuisine and share what she has learned and learn from you guys as well. Speaking about learning, I am making this dish because it's quite late at night. I was stuck in traffic for long. So I want something really nutritious and delicious and quick. That's why I've gone in for stir-fried spaghetti. So let me know what dishes you're going for. Probably when you're in a sour mode or you want something really quick. Apart from takeout. Like what dishes do you make yourself? Or if your go-to is takeout, let me know which takeout. You never know. Could learn a thing or two. Could be my new favorite meal, thanks to you. So help me out, would you? Share your knowledge. Yep, this is the method. This is how my aunts slice their onions and how I learned to slice mine. So please don't do this if you're not used to. Don't hurt yourself, please. Your safety matters like mad always. So I'm going to add in my onions in the simmering tomatoes. Okay? Tomatoes are simmering oil nicely. See? So I'm going to add in this onion. See what I said? We have a ton of vegetables coming. Just be patient. This oil won't be much very long. Okay. Bonsoir, 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 bonsoir. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. So now I'm going to do the green onions. I'm also going to add in some basil into this dish. I love basil. I really like these things that have that fragrance, minty smell. I love the smell so much. One piece of bell pepper. Ooh, two. It's almost like a gift that I just found this one. I haven't added any salt because, like you saw, I heavily salted my pasta water, right? And I'm going to be using another piece of bell pepper, some of the pasta water to cook, right? So I really do not want to salt at this stage. So any salting, I'm going to do the light salting. Okay. Very light salting. I am now just selecting the white parts of the green onions so that I could chop that and put it to fry. So the white parts of the green onions. So I'm going to chop that as well and put it to fry with the other onions. I really don't I don't enjoy cooking for people who are particular about vegetables. I have a friend, she's a really good cook. Her mama, she likes onions, but she doesn't want to bite into onions. See, human preferences are crazy. Like, she loves the taste of onions, but she doesn't. If she chews an onion, she just loses her appetite. So she grates her onions. I kid you not. It cannot not blend it. She says the texture is different. It affects the final feel of the food in her mouth. So she grates her onions. You know what it means to grate an onion? Onions. When she's cooking for how many people, because she has that preference, she's going to create it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm grateful that I don't mind big chunks of vegetables because it makes my brain work faster. Okay. So I have chopped the white part of the green onions. Okay. And I'm going to add that into the pot now to fry. Are you starting to believe in my ministry now that that oil wasn't too much? So here we have it, the green onions. Okay. Ooh, you almost dropped though. Affliction shall not rise again. Oh, okay, here we go. Ouch. Shit. Let's see. That oil is starting not to look too much now. And because it's always a good idea to season us with good, I'm going to add a bit of salt. A bit of salt. Just a little bit of salt. Because I'll be adding in other things that will have salt later on. So I really, my food is not salty. I'm just going to add in a bit of salt at this stage. Okay. So I'm going to leave that to cook. Just simmer away while I prep the rest of the greens that I'll be using. So for the leaves, I have the green parts left to prep. But these are not to me. Spaghetti water has started boiling. The water for the spaghetti. Ooh, it started boiling. Oh yeah, now let me see your face so you see my own. Okay. I'm giving this another rinse. Some nobody's friend. Make sure that as much of the sun as possible. I'm just selecting to make sure that I prepare. Okay. So what's left in here are basil leaves, right? I'm going to roughly chop this and add it in. Very roughly. And add it in. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna roughly chop. I like see basil leaves. I forget. The smell is, but I think of all the vegetables, they are that which will spoil the fastest. My goodness. This I need to sharpen this knife. My gosh. My gosh. Because why am I punishing myself? That it what I like about cooking is cooking at home. You do it as you like. And I do enjoy getting to know my vegetables. So yeah. Yep. This is my water for my spaghetti. It's boiling. So time has come. Then here we have the basil leaves. See now, I lashed on. I like to get to know my vegetables, to call them by their name. Okay. Then now, I'm also going to want to add in some meat, right? Okay. First of all, the meat we boiled earlier. In the pressure cooker. Low that. That's what I'm talking about. These are the meats. So we'll be adding it in here for some protein. I'm not adding in any water. Sorry, any stock, not water. Stock from the meats. Okay. Just adding some of the meat. I boiled the meat with some onions, so that was just some. Listen, when they say trust the process, they mean trust the process. Oil way. And I've not even added in all the vegetables that are supposed to enter into this thing before the spaghetti inco. We'll be fine. Oh, not be bad. See how fat my vegetables are? That's how I like it. If you like your own differently, cook your own. Now I'm going to add in the spaghetti, right? I'm going to add in the spaghetti and allow that to cook. I'm going to add in the spaghetti and allow that to cook. Yep, there's a boiling pot of spaghetti there. This is how we do it. Yeah, 7 to 8 minutes. So I'll do 7 minutes. See, I did not break it though. Came out broken already. Watching about it. I know I said this one is quick and it's taking a couple of hours, but if I was doing some other thing, it would take more time. This is quick. If you have the vegetables prep, I think it's really quick. It should be done in less than 30 minutes. So for example, if you buy frozen vegetables, right, you're in luck, my dear. You'll not spend as much time as I have on my feet. It's mostly just a prep work. Maybe that's why I'm such a huge fan of chopped vegetables. Oh, big ones, big chunks. This network is messing with me, guys. It just keeps going on and off. Unprovoked though. Unprovoked. This spaghetti does not come out though. You can imagine. Okay, it's come out finally. So I'm going to leave it for and set the timer, right? For 7 minutes. Actually, let me do 5 minutes, okay? Because when it rings, I'll need to still. That's just a buffer time, so I'll do 5 minutes. So by the time I pour it out of the hot water, it would have been 7 minutes. Okay. Then now, what else do I want to do? I want some flour. Okay. So I'm going to add in garlic. This garlic powder. Right. I'm going to add in garlic powder and ginger powder. So here out my garlic. I like a lot of garlic. That's why I just poured it liberally. Ginger has a harsher flavor, so not so much. Well, look at that. I told you, right? It's coming together nicely. So now I'm going to add in my green peppers and part of the carrots. I'm adding part because I like when some are crunchy, right? This thing is looking like I should just do vegetable sauce. What do you guys think? Because the vegetables are so plenty, right? Than doing a stir-fried spaghetti. Spaghetti will be missing. Let's see. Let's close this up. Ooh, look at that bubbling away. And stir. Right. See, my pot is. This was the only second biggest pot I had, but it's great to do this in a really big pot. And I'll also take some of this pasta water. So cook with. I'm just mixing it up so it doesn't clump together, right? We don't want that. We do not want that. Okay. Also, I'll prep what I'll drench the spaghetti in when it stops boiling. I'm going to put in some ice cold water. Just going to go ahead and prep that and the colander up really good because it's like just 2 minutes. For an entirely different reason in the morning at frozen, I put a cup of water in the freezer to do something else. But now I'm just going to go ahead and use it for my spaghetti water bath thing. If I can get it dislodged, that is. Ay, papi. That's a timer for 5 minutes. You guys, so I've not been on live. Hey, hey. You guys should tell this network to allow me to breathe. Oh. I'm really getting ready for Christmas. Okay. Okay. I've just put like within my eyes in water to make it cold. Then my spaghetti. I'm going to take some other pasta water. Okay. Oh. So that's the spaghetti pot bubbling away. The one with the steam rising out of it. Okay. So I said for 5 minutes was a good idea because now it's probably been what 6 minutes, right? So by the time I'm done all these things, it should be like 7. Okay. So I'm removing some of the pasta water. I'll put it in there and I'll use it to cook the stir fry sauce. This water is salty. So I took about 2 cups out. So I'm just going to blend my spaghetti now. Spaghetti bean drink. Guys, I said this thing will be quick. I started cooking at past 10, thinking, oh, let me do spaghetti. So 1 hour in, I'll be out. This is me. I just saw that it's past 12. Oy. Guys, poor governance really affects us at every level. Wow. So right now I'm just I drained the spaghetti and plunged it inside cold water. Then I'm going to drain it back and allow it to drain before I add it in. So I'll allow it to drain so that there's not enough water when I'm adding into the frying vegetables. So I'll allow it to drain in here while I continue prepping the leftover vegetables. But before we do that, let's check on our sauce, shall we? We shall. So here we have it. Voila. This is what it looks like now. Look at all those vegetables, you guys. Gone from where? Gone away. The second one of carrots. Second carrot batch. I told you. That oil is now doing like will even be short, right? I told you. Trust in the process. I'm going to add in a seasoning cube at this point because my spirit is shouting that I should add that in. Ouch! Oh, okay. So seasoning cube, I'm going to add that in. I'm not adding in more salt at this stage because I still have my pasta water, which is quite salty. Okay. We resume chopping our vegetables now. Okay, so we have the green parts of our green onions. The green part of our green onions. Can I have your attention, baby? These vegetables have been cooking on low heat. So when I add this in, I'm going to transfer it to a medium heat, medium high heat. Okay, after these have cooked down, so that when I add in the spaghetti, it goes in quick. That's a stir fry. Quick. There it goes with after I put my spaghetti in. Okay, here we are. Told you that this meal would drown in vegetables, didn't I? I did warn you, didn't I? So no one can accuse me of false marketing. So at this point, this is what we have. This is what we have. I'm going to transfer this to a different burner. Okay. This is where I boiled my spaghetti. So some of the raw sticks dropped off. I'm just going to put it in the bin and transfer this here. Oh, then I made some pepper sauce in the morning. I'm going to heat that up right here. Adding some water to clear the plate. Okay. Alright. So jelly beans, we are almost done. We have parsley mac. Can I have some spaghetti. I'm just going to leave this spaghetti. Wow. I'm just going to taste. Sorry. I was doing behind the scenes tasting if the salt is plenty. I didn't add, but it's always good to taste. Okay. Now I'm going to add in our spaghetti. So I'll wash my hands since I'll be adding this in with my hands. Can never be too clean. So I'm mixing this first one. And I actually need both of my hands for this. This thing, no, I'm adding my pasta water. You guys know what I was plenty, yeah. But it's fine, it's right. Oh my God, okay, okay. Given that we cook together, it's only fair that I showed you what we have here. Look at that. Just look at that. Okay. I really need to like get light so you guys can better appreciate this color, because this thing is not doing anybody justice, to be very honest. This lighting is not doing anyone any favors. Oh shit. Some of that drink water. Oh my God. Where did it go? Mix again. It's a big ass bowl of spaghetti. So good. So given that I've not added any stock or anything, I want to introduce some umami flavor. Right. I use just like a seasoning cube. So I'll put in some oyster sauce to do that, to achieve that, which again it's a bit salty, not a bit, it's salty. So that's why it's a good thing. And now add salt. So just a little bit. Okay, this should be about 2 tablespoons. Then, so this is what we have. This network is trying here, guys. It's trying me. So now I'm just going to, I've reduced the heat back to a medium low. Okay. So now I'm going to chop my parsley, which is the last thing I need for garnishing. For garnishing purposes. I actually need to go and flashlight because I need to contribute the loss of this thing. We work together now. It's only fair. And please don't mind this way network that wants to stress me. Just ignore it. It's taking for our notice. Because I don't know why it keeps going and coming. Garnishing, baby. Share butter, baby. Fucking up your pillow. Of my chopped parsley. I'm just going to garnish. We have left to do. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Yep. Actually, let me go get lights. Just hold tight. I'm back. I got lights to better behold the beauty. Oh, that was bright. That is bright. Okay. Voila. Can you see the colors? Oh, yeah. Okay. See? This. I wish I could like hold the light somehow. So okay, let's do it this way. That's the best I can do as a one-man army. Because I want to do. Okay, yes. You guys, that's why I love food. Just see why I love food. Okay. See? Yep. This is what they call deliciosa. Okay. It almost makes it 2 hours worth it, Abby. Okay. Let me get a plate. Right. And dish it up. I'm just going to use this fork because look at this. You guys, would you look at it? I start off with a little teeny weeny piece of meat. Okay. Then voila. Okay. And just this is your bite. See? See all these beautiful, beautiful veggies. Guys, I love vegetables so much. It made me so happy. Then what we always refer to as the reward. So let a bit of light also shine on my face now. That's it from me to you this night. I hope you have a wonderful whatever time of the day you're having right now. And like the wise ones always say, may we have the days we deserve and may we work for the days we deserve. Good night from this end.